people ask, if Tim Tszyu has never been anything special and he's been fighting low level opposition, then where did all his hype come from? That's simple. It came from his father. You know, some of it comes from that. And the other side of it comes from the fact that he stood opposed to Charlo or Spencer or any of them. You know what I'm saying? Terrence Crawford or any of them. You know, you got to understand the racial politics of boxing. So it's the racial politics in his father's background that gave him a hype that didn't exist. So therefore, it made him a hype job. And once he got found out, now people are looking left and right and wondering what happened. It's almost like, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like the Queen of England died or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been a death in the family or something like that. It's so somber. And I don't get why. He was never that. This is what happens when you keep getting behind people for the wrong reasons. In boxing, it will show you out. And it keeps happening. To all the people that they try to elect, all the people who they try to make hype jobs, what eventually happen? They get found out. You try to drown and suppress who the real talent is and then put these guys above them. And then when they get tested or eventually time catches them and they get found out. That's just how it is. You know, people just don't want to admit it. That's why you can't just watch boxing and think you know the sport, because there's way more to it than that. It's more external stuff than the internal stuff. What I mean by racial politics is very simple. Pay attention. When Floyd Mayweather fought Miguel Cotto was over the hill. He was old, and it was a cherry pick. Fact. Okay? 5 years later, Canelo Alvarez fights Miguel Cotto, and it's a great win. Racial politics. The shit that nobody want to admit, everybody want to talk around, but you can't talk around it. Because I say you can't truly talk boxing until you address this. So he's a product of that. He's another hype train derailed. Now, of course, you're seeing people, excuse me, trying to talk about, I don't know, somehow try to blame PBC. Now all of a sudden, he's a PBC fighter, and what do you expect and all this stuff, and you know, it's PBC and stuff like that. Like, man, y'all can't even let this man fall on his own. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to drag Al Heyman and put him up under him for a cushion. Like, this stuff is sickening with you guys. And this is why you keep going through it, because you keep doing this to yourself. That's all it is. But they shouldn't be so sad about that. You know, it is what it is. He got found out. So now they're attacking PBC, and now they're trying to haunt the Russian player as some kind of boogeyman, a Terrence Bud Crawford or something like that. You want to know the difference between them and y'all? They were welcome to see that fight with Terrence Crawford. That's the difference. Y'all keep trying to find somebody to beat these American fighters for your own personal issues, you know? And this is why it doesn't quite flush out in boxing, because you can't play that game. Eventually, you're going to have to get behind somebody who actually has a skill, and not get behind them because they just stand opposed to somebody that you don't like. That's why I say boxing is gay. Y'all just want to be a fan of men. Y'all not a fan of skills. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing you should be looking at the end of the day. That's the only thing your judgment should be based off end of the day. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a little tribalism, but it shouldn't get this far to where y'all keep doing this to yourself with the Lomachinkos and the Triple Gs and the Canelos and all that stuff. It shouldn't go this far, but this is why it'll continue to happen, because you will continue to do it. Because peep this, and I hope I don't lose you. You guys will forever be in this state because you'll forever elevate people. You will forever elevate people who truthfully shouldn't be there for the sake of having them on the same level as the people that you don't like. Therefore, they will never be at the level that the people that you don't like, because you're always electing people to be better or on the same level of the people that you don't like, based off the fact of what they look like and the fact that you don't like them. That's why they keep ending up in this situation. And they keep having to hop to this person, to hop to this person, and hop to that person. The truth of the matter is, the hate is so strong for the black American fighter that anybody who opposes them that is not black will instantly gain a fan base. Okay? Nobody can deny it. People still have a problem with me bringing up race, but yet you got Ryan Garcia going on that rant. Do you think they saying, oh, Ryan, Would you stop bringing up race? No, they're silent as a church mouse, but still have the nerve to say something to me? This is fucking ridiculous. Like, are y'all serious? But this is what happens. Now, let me tell you why this is important to even bring up, or why this is a good conversation to even have, because y'all never seem to figure out why I bring it up. So let me pull it together so you can get it. Because if you're always electing the Black American fighter to take the harder route, and all these other non-Black fighters, whether Eastern European or Mexican, will always get the easy route, okay? Knowing that no matter how hard the route the Black fighter goes down, let's be honest, credit will never come with it, because you have one of the biggest fighters of this generation still can't get his credit, and none of these people in which who they idolize has done what he has done. So it's very clear, no matter what they do, the credit is not going to come. How does this affect boxing? Because when you look at people like Gervonta Tank Davis and you say why he doesn't fight nobody, you're looking at the example why, because you will never give credit to the ones that are doing something. So why in the hell would I go out here and try to prove something to a bunch of people who not going to give me credit anyway? I'm just going to get my money. That's why these guys ain't fighting nobody. And you're going to make it a trend. So even the hate that you're doing can affect both sides. It can turn both sides completely rotten. And then we get a whole bunch of tanks, a.k.a. Jerron Ennis. 30-something fights and no names. I mean, how do you think we get there? Through shit like this. The sport of boxing suffers from the inability to be able to judge everybody fair. That's what I've been trying to say since the get-go and since I got here. So how in the hell can you be talking boxing when nobody looks at it through the same lens? Everybody judges this person up and down based off a color palette. And I'm wrong for bringing that to attention, because I just want to assess things how they are, even and fairly. And then I quickly figured out that it's very unfair and you can't really talk about boxing until you address this elephant in the room. But everybody keeps ignoring, and some people touch ankles for it. So therefore, you get people like Tim Tszyu and his hype train derailing. And guess what? There's going to be more of them, because you're going to keep doing it. You're going to keep doing it, because this need to be better than this group of people that, face it, you'll probably never be better than.